Hey guys, welcome to another Studio 70 episode, True Crimes. This is our thing. I'm Shirak.
And I'm Ezu, and thank you so much for being here. Today, we're going to talk about guilty Michelle Troconis right here in our state of Connecticut. But before we get into it, let's start up with our intro. Thank you guys for being here again.
Yes, thank
But
you.
before we get rolling into what occurred,
This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and always be kind to everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share with your friends.
yeah, we are approaching the 1,000 and we got a lot more to go. We're going to be very shortly doing our memberships, doing live events.
Yeah.
We're already planning on traveling to a couple of things. This is one of the cases where in April we're going to be at New Canaan area to do some live things, and we don't want to tell you all the goodies right away, but if you subscribe, it really, really helps us out. We appreciate it. Before we get going, I gotta tease you on this. So, all right. I was going to mention in the last episode, but I want to tell you this one. So Shirak was going to be all cool and all fly and come in here with her new shirt that she got from New York and, say Studio 70. Show that shirt. Can you see that shirt?
Yeah, see this shirt.
But guess what? It's hard to see, but
Yes.
this is what you get from getting from New York. It says, it's a really cool shirt though. The design's awesome, but it says Studio Steve O. I want to know who Steve O is. That ain't right. I'm telling you. But so poor Shirak, she's weird though. Yeah. So I was teasing her like relentlessly. But guess what? So then my toy came in. I don't know if people can see what this is. I got to turn it around here. So I don't know if you can see it. So this is the thing that Shirak was teasing me about. What this is an industry like premium fishing magnet kit. You're like, fishing magnet? What the heck is that? So basically what you do is you go into different waterways and you throw out this big magnet that can pull like 1,000 pounds, and you find stuff like you can find fishing poles and money, but you also can find some crime related things. Like a lot of times people find handguns and knives and things. So I want to do a little bit of magnet fishing, some areas I won't say that, might have some interesting things that pull out. And who knows, maybe the evidence could help.
But you
solve
forgot
crimes.
to tell him what's the pounds on that. What's the weight?
Oh, it's like, he can, that's a funny part. So
a refrigerator down there, he could pull that up too. Okay.
It's like 1,200 or 1,000 pounds. So I didn't, and she's like, are you going to be able to pull that one if it's a refrigerator? I'm like, yeah, I didn't think. I guess I would lose the mag. I wasn't thinking. I should have did like something smaller.
Exactly.
I was dumb, but anyhow. So that she teased me on that. So we're even, right? Oh my goodness! But let's talk about the episode. I'm sorry, people are like, just get to this good stuff. So here we are, guilty on all 6 counts. Oh my goodness! So Michelle Troconis, and like I said, right here in Connecticut. But before we get started, if you don't know anything about the case, be sure to check out some of our previous episodes, or there's a lot of cool podcasts out there. We have something called a crime board. This is our Dulos case crime board, and what it is we put things that are factual or we feel confident about, or if we have a question that goes out to our community. If you're a subscriber, we post on our community board. And we do a poll, and based on the results, we post on here what we think. So it's just something that we do on our show.
I think this is something that we do only, right?
I'm the only. I think I'm the only.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, we're the only ones that do that. I don't know of anything. That's another one that does this. But basically, it's just what we think based on our opinion. So we feel confident that Jennifer, deceased May 24th, 2019. We're confident that it was done at the house based on the evidence. Mm-hmm. The community vote, we did a poll last time, and you can go into community, scroll down, and you can find if you want to keep voting. But basically, our community felt it was the suspects or the people who did this were Michelle and Fotis, and not so much Kent. So that was the vote on that. So we'll get into other episodes on the road where we'll talk about motive and how and conviction and where we think the body is and all that stuff. And we might add more things to this board, but this is us to keep track of everything that's going on and what our opinions are as a community, because we're all family. We're all in this together. We do the lead, we present the info, but it's all us together because you guys are wicked smart and have great ideas. So the trial of Michelle Troconis has been more than 4 years in the making. It's unbelievable how many years.
Yeah.
What started out as a missing person, swelled into a massive investigation of a plot to commit murder by covering up the evidence of the death of Jennifer Dulos. So is Michelle Troconis guilty of crimes, or was it just a series of coincidences? Yeah, I can talk today. It's in the hands of the jury for sure. So, we're going to talk about what happened in week 7 of the case. Okay. So on Tuesday, this past February 27th, 2024, the jurors listened to attorneys' lengthy cases in the criminal trial for Michelle Troconis. They are now tasked with deciding whether the evidence presented by prosecutors proves she's guilty of the crimes, or if she was charged with or was just involved in the series of coincidences. So in other words, her guilt or not guilt. And they're going to review the evidence, go through things. If they have questions, they'll go back and forth. They're going to deliberate. So that's what happened on Tuesday. Yeah, and feel free to, I could see you could stop me if you got other things to add along the way. Okay, and on Wednesday, the jury called into question whether Troconis herself had to have physical contact with the items of evidence and that were thrown in the garbage on Albany Avenue in Hartford to be found guilty of the third count. The judge stated Troconis is, how you say it, accessorial liability.
Accessorial.
Thank you. Liability does not require physical contact. In other words, she would be charged as accessory. She did not have to touch any of the items of evidence Dulos was allegedly trying to get rid of, meaning Frodis Dulos, the husband at the time, because I think they were in the process of divorce. And it was really interesting too, because just as a side note, as I watched this part, the judge basically said, "Hey, listen, they're looking for him to kind of give the definitions on some things."
Exactly.
And I thought this judge was awesome. He did a great job. He was basically like saying, "I'm not going to give you my opinion or my interpretation, but I will give you is the definitions of how it reads."
Exactly.
So a lot of the stuff he did that, which I thought was great, because he was trying to have them make the decision, not be prejudicial to how he interpreted it. And on Thursday, this was the second full day of the jury deliberation, technically, and the center of the argument was the cleanup, they allege happening during a trip to Albany Avenue in Hartford and later a trip to the Avon Car Wash on May 24th, 2018, the day Jennifer disappeared.
Yeah.
And just to let you guys know, side note, and we talked about this yesterday, was that some people think he did like 30 trips to Hartford. I think it's really like 3 to 5, somewhere in that area where he did the trash. Maybe that's something we should cover in one of our future episodes. We have so much in this case that we need to cover, but that would be one of them. And then on Friday, after deliberating for more than 3 days, the jury found Michelle Troconis guilty of all 6 counts. So let's talk about what she was charged with, and then break it down, and then also what the sentencing would mean. Okay, so Troconis, 49, is charged with conspiracy to commit murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence, 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, 1 count of second-degree hindering prosecution. Okay, so let's break down those charges there. Count 1, conspiracy to commit murder. Count 2, conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence, May 24th, 2019 events. Count 3, tampering with physical evidence, May 24th, 2019 events. Count 4, conspiracy to commit tampering with physical evidence, May 29th, 2019 events. Count 5, tampering with physical evidence, May 29th, 2019 events. Count 6, second-degree hindering prosecution. And without getting into details, but those different days, there was different things that were done. I think they dropped off, I don't know if it was the car seat. There was different days where there was different evidence that was being like taken care of and left off, dropped off. I know, I think it wasn't the seats. I think it was something else. I can't remember. Sorry, my brain. Do you remember what it was? They dropped something off behind a gas station or a restaurant, something on the side of it. Oh, I know. It was a mat. I think it was one of the carpet mats or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking seats. They had the seats replaced. But the place where they had the seats replaced, the guy held on to the seats because he knew something was weird. I think he might have saw the blood stains. He was smart. He said, I want to leave. I'm going way off track. So, I'm getting excited about talking about the case. But anywho, these were the 6 counts. And a lot of it, as you could see, was tampering with evidence. So what could happen here with her? Well, conspiracy to commit murder is a Class B felony up to 20 years in prison. Tampering with physical evidence, which you've seen there's quite a bit of it relating to those 2 counts, May 24th, May 29th. Class D felony up to 5 years in prison. Hindering prosecution, second degree, Class C felony up to 10 years in prison. Okay. And conspiracy to commit tampering with evidence, found guilty on 2 counts relating to May 24th and 29th, 2019 events. Class D felony up to 5 years in prison. So obviously the commit murder is the big deal. Now, what we've seen in cases just in general, I'm sure you guys have all seen it if you watch, any type of court stuff. And I'm not sure in this case if it relates to it, but sometimes the judge can decide if some things are run concurrently or one after the other. So it'd be curious to see based on the factors involved and how compelling, the involvement was and everything like that. Of course, remember, there's no body.
Exactly.
I'm wondering if some of the stuff will be run concurrently, but we'll see. Not sure. Now, a bond was set for Troconis, $6 million. And I believe in Connecticut, now don't quote me, this is when I looked it up a while back, if it's over a certain amount, I think it's 16% plus some additional charge. I don't know if it's over this amount. If there's another number, it could be, but still a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So judicial marshals then handcuffed Troconis as the judge announced conditions should she post bond, including the GPS monitoring and house arrests. But Troconis' lawyer said Troconis was unable to post the bond on Friday. So we'll see if she's able to get out on bond or not. That would be interesting. Because I think she's worth, Shrek, was it $2 million?
Yes, shows that she worth $2 million, but she has a lot of family support and friends. So
yeah,
of the people,
and I don't know how much could be liquidated. I have a friend. I have a lot of close friends that are police officers, various levels, and I also have a friend who's a marshal in Hartford. He does some of this stuff, in terms of being there and taking people in the court, out of court. So I will talk with him and get back with you guys as well. But so that is that. What do you guys think? Meaning, how much time do you think she'll do? That might be an interesting polling question, even though it's not based on like a crime board, but it'd be just kind of interesting to see what people think. I think I think it's May. Do you remember, Shirok, when she's actually going to be sentenced? I thought it was May. I think it's May. I apologize. I should have grabbed that beforehand. But I believe it's May. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that.
See how much time should we make. I think that might be a poll question. I may throw that out there, guys. Shirok, do you have any other thoughts? Because I know you were really investigating this one.
Yes,
and
I
close
definitely
to it.
Tried to do a deep dive and looked at this case. It was saddening too because, it shows like she's saying she doesn't know, and then again she's with this man, and he's doing stuff, and she sees it, but then she doesn't see it.
Right.
So she was at the house cleaning up, but she doesn't ask questions. I'm just quite sure.
I mean, if let's say theoretically she knew nothing about it, which is it's hard to believe, that'd be a very, very sad thing that stuff happened to her, that she ends up in jail.
Exactly.
On the other side, if she's really involved and really helped out, and she's getting my gut feel, and again, this is all just personal opinion, I think it's somewhere in between. I think she knew what he was doing, and she helped, and she kind of just did, okay, if I see nothing, hear nothing, say nothing, then right. I'm not involved.
I definitely believe that she doesn't know where Jennifer's at. I do believe she does not know.
Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully And that's gonna be but that's gonna be a really good episode to go
'Cause
through
that's the
some
question, right?
thoughts.
Where is Jennifer Dulos? Is still
Yeah.
missing.
Yep.
So that could be something else.
Well, there's an episode coming out, guys, pretty much soon right after this episode, where we're gonna go through all the vehicle exchanges. I did the timeline episode
Yeah,
not too
that
long
was
ago, but
interesting.
when I was going through that, I realized it was so confusing as to who drove what car. I said, okay, I'm gonna make a separate episode. We're gonna go through that. So that's coming up really soon. We also talked about we are definitely going to that location in April. So we'll do kind of like a live thing or semi-live thing there. We're
That's
gonna
gonna be
go
awesome.
and we might do some looking around ourselves,
I know.
So, but anyhow, thank you guys so much. This is what we think. I don't know what you guys think, but I want to throw it out there and let's see how many years she winds up getting, because I don't know. It's not looking too good for her.
Definitely it's not.
Well, thank you guys again. Stay tuned. There's a lot more of this case we are covering. So without saying too much more surprises, stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next time.